So good afternoon. So thank you for joining me on location today. My name is Park Ranger Roland from Cowpens National Battlefield. We are 22 days away from the anniversary of one of the most pivotal battles in the Southern Campaign of the American Revolution. The Battle of Cowpens is one of the first leading steps that will lead to British Lieutenant General Cornwallis surrendering his command at Yorktown, Virginia, 9.5 months from now. First of all, myself and the park staff at Cowpens National Battlefield, I would like to offer our deepest gratitude to Mr. Toby Chapman, the man who owns all this property here, who has given us his permission to film the video here. So thank you very much, sir. We are west of the Catawba, on the Broad Rivers, here at Grindal Shoals. The river, so right back of me is the Pacolet River back here. The reason why we're here is 59 miles southeast of here is the city of Winnsboro, and that's where British Lieutenant General Lord Cornwallis is. So his headquarters is with 2,000 British troops. 68 miles southwest of here, is the British outpost of 96. Today, 96 National Historic Site, where Colonel John Harris Kruger has 550 loyalists there. So across the Pacolet River over there on Grindal Shoals is where Brigadier General Daniel Morgan will place his crack 290 Maryland and Delaware light Continental Infantry, along with 200 Virginia State Militia. So Morgan will get orders from Major General Nathaniel Greene on December 16th to separate the main army. Greene goes east over by the PD River Basin to Cheraw, South Carolina. Morgan is dispatched west over here to the western part of South Carolina to bring protection to this part of the country. Once Greene separates his army, he will give Brigadier General Morgan a set of orders. And if you read the papers of Major General Nathaniel Greene, those orders are as follows. For the present, I give you the entire command in this quarter, and do hereby require all officers and soldiers engaged in the American cause to be subject to your orders and command. Those orders also include spirit of the people, give protection to this part of the country, annoy the enemy in that quarter, and prevent plundering as much as possible. Brigadier General Morgan will leave Charlottetown, North Carolina on December 20th. After a 5-day march that Delaware Continental Captain Robert Kirkwood would describe as marching, cold, monotonous marching, Brigadier General Morgan would describe it as uninspiring. Morgan's force would arrive right over there on Christmas Day, December 25th, 1780. Lieutenant Colonel William Washington, leading 83rd Continental Light Dragoons, is also given orders from Greene to join Morgan here and start following his orders immediately. Now, along with this area to Winnsboro and 96, what also makes Grindal Shoals is very important is the people who come in here and join Morgan's force. South Carolina, Militia Colonel Andrew Pickens, a very inspiring leader here in South Carolina. Once he feels that his parole has been violated from the British, he gathers up about 60 militiamen and he rides in here, and he meets Morgan here to offer his services. A militia, North Carolina so militia general, so William Davidson, would also ride into Morgan's camp here. So with 120 militiamen, he would leave shortly afterwards, stating that he could get about 500 more. Some of the Georgia militiamen under Elijah Clark would also march into Morgan's camp here as well. Now, this is also the area where incoming South Carolina militiamen, so from the Fair Forest and Long Cane districts, would inform Brigadier General Morgan that about 250 mounted Georgia loyalists under a Colonel Waters was riding around those districts, terrorizing of the colonists. So from here, Brigadier General Morgan dispatches of Lieutenant Colonel William Washington with his 83rd Continental 3rd Dragoons, along with about 200 South Carolina mounted militia, to go find those forces under Colonel Waters. They would find them on December 29th, a location called Hammond's Store, about 15 miles north of 96. After that action is done, a day or two later, William Washington's men would also raid another group of Tories at Williamson's Stockade Fort, 7 miles distant, off of Hammond's Store. Those actions, along with Lieutenant Colonel Isaac Allen at 96, who has learned about Morgan's force here at Grindal Shoals, of the actions at Hammond's Store, in Williamson's Stockade Fort, is sending message after message in a complete panic to Lord Cornwallis, informing him that Morgan is here, with anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 men, and possibly 1 to 2 pieces of artillery, and their main objective is 96. British spies and scouts who were either here or 96 or whatever are also riding into Cornwallis's headquarters, informing him of the same information. Lieutenant General Cornwallis understood perfectly that as long as Morgan's Continentals are over my left shoulder at Grindal Shoals, South Carolina would never be subjugated. Their presence here would continue to kindle the fires of revolution. He would never be able to conquer this colony until it's done. Lieutenant General Cornwallis would dispatch Lieutenant Colonel Benassery Charlton with 1,150 of the best British forces he has down here, in the South Carolina area, to go find Morgan and push him to the utmost. Those actions would lead us into the Battle of Cowpens, 21 days away. Thank you very much for joining me here, on location at Grindal Shoals. I will see you virtually at Cowpens National Battlefield in 21 days. Our anniversary celebration coming up. Next month will be a complete virtual event. You will be able to see our weapons firing demos, author talks, and everything else virtually on our Facebook page. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.